Hey guys, welcome to Coma Pirate Radio, where we as esoteric pirates slide our boats together, throw the ropes, tie the knots, and talk about the maps. I'm Mystic Eve, and I'm here today talking about the Solar Party Paradigm. This is a paradigm that was directly channeled by the planets. Yes, they took me up. They dropped me back down years ago, and it has taken years to create these cards. You can check them out on all of my content. Please like and subscribe. It really helps out. It helps the channel grow, obviously. And we should all, in a new world, start looking towards the heavenly bodies. There's a lot going on at the Solar Party, so let's dive in. If you've watched me before, thank you so much for returning and staying focused on Coma Pirate Radio. If you're new, thank you for joining. You will notice that I read and channel very differently than others. The Solar Party Paradigm is a whole new paradigm, a way to understand astrology on a deeper level, on an intimate level, on a way that you can understand and feel the characters. And the way that I read tarot is very different than what you see on other channels as well. So thank you so much for joining. We have a lot of Aquarius and Pisces energy. This is air and water. This is hurricane energy. All right. I'll read the Aquarius card. It's a masculine energy, meaning it's pushing energy. Rainbow skin, pouring the water out for all thirsty beings. Now, the interesting thing about Aquarius is it is an air sign. A lot of you kind of know, but it's water as well. What this does is it brings the diversity of the party together. The air pulls the water up and then drops it down as rain, right? Through the union of water and air, it brings everything in unison, all right? This is a very rebellious character, a very unconfined, scientific character. Forward-thinking, intuitive, sacrificial, imaginative, and non-attached. Now you can see on the card it also has Uranus up here on the corner. So it's very, you could say ruled by, but you could also just feel like, all right, the energy of the tech guy is very much in this rebellious, scientific, technological way of thinking, all right? Like a whole group in school, the science club. That's what we have here. Getting into Pisces, this energy is very different. This is a feminine energy, all right? Because it doesn't matter what we have in our bodies, okay? It's the energy. It's either masculine and pushing or feminine and holding. We need both for the electricity to actually work. Now, Pisces is a very sensitive, I'll read you the card. This feminine energy has koi fish skin, beautiful flowing fins. The alien of the party, they have the immense power of sacrificial love. Drawing sigils and speaking in light language, tongues. All right. We have selfless, introspective, compassionate, introverted, secretive, otherworldly, hypersensitive, and intuitive. And we can see here that we've got Jupiter and Neptune energy right here, and water. So we have a sign that's water and air, and we have water. Now, here in this energy, we have a conjunction. We have the birthday kid, the mirror, which is a new moon mirror. I mean, the birthday kid is the sun. The moon is the bathroom mirror, which is a new moon, which is a black mirror at the moment. In conjunction with Mercury, the DJ, the one with the mic in his hand, and the emo kid, Pluto, the rebellious one that, you know, might want to crash the party. I mean, it's for transformation. It's for alchemy. It's okay. Sometimes you got to wipe the slate clean for a new way to come in. All right. And in this energy, we have the beauty queen, Neptune. Well, okay. Venus, the beauty queen, Neptune, the bartender, and Saturn, the party planner. And the North Node, the front and the back door have just shifted from a fire back door to a front door. The North Node went from Aries into Pisces. So it was a fire front door, and now it's a waterfall front door. Very different energy. So, okay, we have all of these guys hanging out in Aquarius on one side of the party. You know how when you walk into a party and you got a group of people over here and a group of people over there? That's what we got going on here. We've got a group of people hanging out in Aquarius and a group of people hanging out in Pisces. But we're going to talk to these guys right now. Check out my other content. There's a lot to go around. Everybody wants to speak. Everybody has something to say. Everybody wants attention. So we're going to start here with these guys. I channel with bicycle decks, poker decks. I've got the dragons as the sacred feminine. I've got the unicorns as the sacred masculine. And I've got this hidden deck, which is what I pull when I feel like the character is androgynous or non-binary or doesn't, conform to the masculine or the feminine. In Aquarius, because it's a giving, pushing energy, with the birthday kid as a masculine, a pushing fire energy, we've got a very masculine energy. So we're going to pull the sacred masculine and see what the sun has to say today. Aquarius sun, what would you like to say? All right. 4 of Wands. Yeah, there we go. I mean, fire, especially with air, the air, you can almost see the pushing the unicorns, the air, they're running in the wind. This birthday kid is spinning, but with the 4, very stable and secure. With the 4, we have the Emperor and Temperance coming through. That's the stability. The 4 is the square, right? It's very solid. The Emperor sits on a throne because it's 4 legs into the ground. Very secure, especially with all of this fire and air going on. We don't want to burn the house down. I mean, I mean, Pluto's here in the mix. Pluto's like, maybe we do, maybe we do. It's legit. Temperance is needed. This birthday kid, you know, the party is for him. And with a masculine character that identifies as male, as a giving, I want to give you everything. I'm doing this for you. I shine for you. Be patient. Be patient with this birthday kid. He really does want to give you the world, but it has to be different. Because the planet, I mean, this guy doesn't feed concrete. This guy feeds plants and nature. We've got to bring equal rights to the wild. I mean, that's Coma's main mission. Temperance. We have to be patient with what's going on. Stay focused. Stay focused on the fire. Control that fire. The 4 brings the stability of the fire. Keeps it contained in the box. Who's in a new moon right now. It's a black mirror. Now this guy moves a lot. Tomorrow it will be moving out of conjunction. This one spins around. The mirror gets passed around the party very quickly. You know, you go in and out of the bathroom to check yourself out numerous times at a party. Numerous times. Every time you go into the bathroom, it's a different image. It's a different feel. This guy is going to be moving away from the birthday kid tomorrow and have some interesting relationships. He's going to go into square with Uranus. So the tech guy is going to have some, you know, we're going to need to work with this guy and the tech guy tomorrow. Because the square is a difficult relationship. As we noticed with the square, the stability and sometimes can feel like you're stuck. But this is a feminine energy, you notice, and this is a masculine energy. So what does that create? We all know this mirror at this point identifies as non-binary, gender fluid, androgynous. So we're going to pull from this deck. All right, Black Mirror. What do you want to say? As we look into the Black Mirror, we shall... Oh, I feel like I need to read this card too. All right. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Take a selfie and find out what you really think about yourself. This is reflective, intuitive, empathic, instinctual, unconscious, especially with this black moon, the black mirror going on right now. Let's stare into this black mirror. Habitual, secure, and nurturing. Okay? But in Aquarius, we also have the unconfined and rebellious. So we're starting to paint this black moon, black mirror picture, and we've got 3 of diamonds. All right. We have the security of the diamond. You can feel the polished diamond. Now, diamonds are made by heat and pressure. If you want to take a selfie and find out what you really think about yourself, polish that diamond. But this is a black diamond. This is even more rare. Okay, here with the 3, we also have the Empress and death. So we have life and death, and we have the image of the triangle. It's very important to know what you're focusing on right now. What are you seeing when you look into this black mirror? The one thing for me as a Libra that's coming through is that, are you giving yourself the freedom of harmony? In other words, are you looking at your shadow and hating it? I mean, the Empress is looking into death. If she looks at death in the face and says, that's horrible, that's disgusting, it can't happen. Talk about, oh guys. If you really want to look into the future, a lot of us know that some crazy stuff is on the way in this new world. The Empress has to be able to love death as a renewal. All right, we are in conjunction with Pluto at the moment, and Pluto kind of wants to crash the party really bad. And we can't look at the emo kid. Oh God. What's going on politically with the emo kid? I mean, yeah, on one perspective, it's disastrous. But you know what? The other thing, and I know we're looking at the moon, we're talking to the moon, but this Pluto kid is in conjunction. This emo kid is in conjunction with, you get this guy upset. Oh, baby. Pluto is very, very powerful and not to be underestimated. All right, hanging out at the edge of the party, which, I mean, right now in conjunction with these guys and the birthday kid, so he's really not at the edge, but that's where he rules. In the solar party alignment, he's way far out there. The god of the underworld. All right. So, yeah. When you stare into this black mirror, you might be alarmed. You might be shocked. It might be uncomfortable. More than likely, it will be. But don't let fear take over. I mean, in the bardo, when you look death in the face, if you're scared, you can't transcend. They won't let you through the gates if you're scared. That vibration of fear is a separation. You must have the vibration of love, says the Empress to death. I love you. I love you. All right. We have Mercury, the DJ, dominating the party and the emotions with the music. Mic in hand, all messages received flow through them. The lyricist, the racketeer, commercial, intelligent, associated with Apollo and Hermes. the entrepreneur, and the messenger. Now, this is an air sign with Gemini energy. So we have a masculine character. The DJ is speaking to the public. It's a masculine. It's giving information. In Aquarius, okay, we have a double masculine here. So we're going to pull from the sacred masculine, the unicorns, which is masculine not only because of the horn. Come on, guys. But, I mean, the horse is associated with Mars. It's a very powerful giving. The horse gives to us. This horse goes, well, the unicorn, goes out into the woods in search for the maiden to give her blessings. It's very masculine, even though my 9-year-old daughter got really upset at me and said that unicorns are feminine. And I mean, you know, they can be. But to talk to the energy of the sacred masculine, I mean, there's no denying it. And I tried reasoning, but have you ever reasoned with a 9-year-old? She was like, no. And of course she didn't get the horn joke. But, you know. All right. Mercury. I mean, the messenger. What do you want to say? Now, when I get this card, it's the magic card. It's the magician's card. It's the card that's clear. Now, for the Mercury to be the magician, cheers. Cheers. We should definitely be focusing on those of us who have power. And it's not, you know, a lot of people think that it's an ego thing. To be this magician takes a lot of work. And if you work with magic, the elements, the esoteric sciences, you know how much work it takes. You have to take care of your body because that is your vessel. You have to worship the elements. All of a sudden, you're being told what to do, when to do it by spirit guides. Do this, do that, do this, do that. You have to carry around your magic bag at all times. If you forget your magic bag, oh my God, then you end up like, you know, Mickey Mouse in Fantasia, where he's like, holy Jesus. If you let the elements, like he let the water get completely out of control. I learned my lesson long ago with that. It's not easy. It's not. It's very, very difficult. The magician makes sacrifices. I know one DJ that I've talked to that is a real DJ, and she gets massive migraines and pains and aches in her hands and stuff, but she still shows up as a DJ to bring the music and the messages to the people. The magician is also very much a shaman in that, and we're talking about a double masculine here at this point. To do magic for the people. It's for you. Again, with the birthday kid. The sun gives life. This Mercury DJ magician is doing this magic for the people, especially when you start, okay, now let's bring in the environmental crisis that we got going on. Okay, the planetary crisis that we got going on. those of us who can do magic, you know, one of the things that I personally, and this is kind of me channeling through this, but to see, you know, because witches are like the feminine magician and covens and seeing magicians, not only the feminine but the masculine witches, like focusing on love spells and trying to bind other people, and it makes me so frustrated because I'm like, dude, we got planetary issues going on. We need to focus on doing some magic for this planet. And I mean, okay, all right. I hear you. Binding a lot of people, maybe in the area that might do harm, could be a good thing. There's a lot of perspective here. But anyway, what I'm talking about is those of us who have power by being able to control, lovingly guide the elements in our favor, can start giving energy. And I know you are. I get it. I know. I'm not trying to say that you're not. I'm just saying, unite. This DJ is really wanting us all to unite. I mean, we got the Matrix vibes here where we're all like, we just gotta be like all on the same page. We gotta be on the same page. And I really think things, and you know, this, you can see here's got Virgo energy. Oh, Virgo. So, all right. We got to find out what Pluto is saying. He's like, come on, I'm the emo kid. I'm always the last one to speak. Always. But he always has the most to say. The emo kid. The mysterious one hanging out at the edge of the party. But right now, in conjunction, hand in hand with the birthday kid, the DJ, and the mirror. Wearing all black and rainbows because they're in Aquarius. Alone, but not right now because he's arm in arm with everybody, looking dangerously sexy. All right. This emo kid is passionate, intense, transformative, controversial. Yes, indeed. Underworld. The god of the underworld we got here. All right. Down below. Radical, ruthless, and secretive. The outsider, the dwarf. We've got Scorpio energy and water. You know, with the Scorpio and water, we have a feminine emo kid. Even though typically we think of God of the underworld. With the energy, with the emotions and the Scorpio energy, we're starting to feel a little bit more androgyny here. But in Aquarius, a little bit more on the masculine. So we got a non-binary or gender fluid or however emo kid. I mean, of course we do. Of course we do. Bless. You know, in my chart, Pluto's in conjunction with the sun. So I know this character very, very well. I live this character. I consider myself, I mean, labels, I don't like labeling myself, but I definitely identify with both. And typically push out with my masculine. My feminine is there. She's there. But she gets protected by my masculine. Anyway, the emo kid is emotional. But in Aquarius, radical. What do you got? So, what do you want me to pull? Do you want me to pull the masculine? Well, we'll pull the hidden deck, the androgynous deck. This is a beautiful deck. It's got, let's see here, yeah, it's got these guys on it. Oh, Jesus. No, not Jesus. Bless him. But kind of the opposite. All right. The underworld, the dark. We've got a black mirror in his hand. Okay, sorry, you don't identify as, I mean, pronouns. Pronouns can be hard sometimes for old people like me. And they makes it plural, which, you know, I can definitely identify as they because I know there's a lot of me. A lot of different sides of me. But in conversation, it can make it difficult to understand, like, what? Wait, what? Who are you talking about? I get it. I get it. We're talking about all of me. All of these guys. Like, I literally have all of these planets, and so do you. All of these planets are living inside of you. They're all aspects of you. And not only are they living in you, they're really out there. You can see them with a telescope. If you don't think they have, I mean, they've got a lot of power and influence and energy. The universe is electric, by the way. I mean, if you're watching this channel, you already got that part down. Oh gosh, all right. We've got the Jack of Swords. Now, the way I read the Jack is masculine, but not, no. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Androgynous. The Page. So we just have this image of a young squire, a page or a knight, right? It's like we've got an energy that wants to give with swords, air. I mean, especially with these two, we've got water and air. Water and air with Aquarius, and we've got water here and air here with a sword. This emo kid, pick up your swords. It's time. Well, I mean, we're not talking about physically going out and waging war on people. I mean, the emo kid is very much, you know, live in your own world, underworld room, very protective and very secretive. All right. And this brings in the magician, right? We work alone most of the time. I've done a lot of magic with groups. It gets difficult. You know, you got a lot of other people's energies. Sometimes you don't see other people's shadows coming in, and it gets confusing, and working in groups can be difficult. And this page and this squire, you kind of have a solo feeling. You know, the page works like, if you really think about back in the day, the page followed the knight to learn. The apprentice. I'm feeling the apprentice here with communication. The sword has to be sharpened. Now, that takes a lot of energy, sharpening the sword. It takes a lot of patience, bringing back that emperor energy. Before, with the birthday kid, the forge. Heat it up. Pound it with a hammer. Sharpen it with that stone. I mean, you're sitting for hours, just sharpening. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. When it gets dirty, you have to wash it. Talk about other people's energies. Oh. Sage yourself. Keep it clean, or the dirt gets everywhere. This emo kid, being ruthless, wants to clean the slate. Burn it all down. With the air, blow the fire. I mean, the emo kid and the sun in conjunction. I know this. I was born with this. I was born in it. I know this energy. Feels good. I mean, it feels good to me, but I mean, sometimes in life, it can be difficult in life when you build a party and then you burn it down so you can start over again. It can be, for the mind, we're talking about air here, for the mind, it can be very, very, very difficult because you're like, God, we worked so hard. And it feels like a waste of time. We did all of this for nothing. You did that whole freaking party for nothing? To burn it down? That's where the controversial part comes in. Why you gotta burn it down? Why? Why does it all have to change? The people, we want our houses, we want our cities, we want our restaurants, we want our theme parks, we want our electricity, we want our devices, we want our cars, we want our gas, we want our food, we want. Why? Why do you want to burn it down? Why do you want to go back to the dark ages? It ain't going back to the dark ages. 50-50. The truth is, we need 50% equal rights to the wild, to the underworld. Talk about the Black Mirror. Equal rights for the uncivilized. The wild, where only Mother Nature takes over the rules. Talk about the emperor. I mean, I know how that's going to happen because it's not going to be human hands taking it back. Humans aren't going to destroy half a civilization. It's going to happen anyway. Mother Nature is going to take it back. We just have to, as humans and as magicians, understand that we have to respect and not rebuild it. It's like she's trying to clean it, and then the humans are just rebuilding the cities and the houses as fast as they can. Instead, think about when disaster happens, when Mother Nature takes over and wipes the slate clean of a place, maybe humans can leave it alone. I mean, I'm just speaking. Do I really think that this is possible? I mean, right now it doesn't even matter if I really think it's possible or not. All I need to do is speak of it and talk about it. Air. Because for this planet to survive, we need more wild places protected. We need the ecosystems to be wild, to be brought back. There's less than 10% of wild places in the world right now. So, this emo kid, this Pluto, this Scorpio energy that wants to just tell it like it is, we don't need to be focusing on our love life right now. I mean, I'm a Libra, okay? I know. I want to focus on my love life too. It's ridiculous. But we've got bigger things to worry about, like the planet. And what's going on today politically can be appalling and very scary. And we are uniting. The communities are coming together. They are. All right. That's a lot. I mean, I told you the Pluto kid has a lot to say. Like the emo kid, most of the time he's quiet. But when you get him fired up with the sun, he wants to talk. Sorry, he, she, it, they. Oh God, sorry, pronouns. This androgynous character, goddess of the underworld, has a lot to say. In conjunction with the DJ too. I mean, we're talking these guys, Now, yeah. If you're interested in these cards, which there's so many beautiful things that come from the solar party paradigm, okay? Not only can you look at your birth chart and you can map out each individual planet, sign, you can visualize the character, you can work with the cards, but you also start to get to know the symbols because the symbols are on each card. And, when you start to, it's like flashcards. These are flashcards. It's not an oracle deck or a tarot deck. These are flashcards. Maybe I should start calling them flashcards. I mean, it's a paradigm. It's a whole different paradigm. But anyway, when you start to get the symbols, when you memorize the symbols, which isn't hard when you work with these cards daily, it doesn't even feel like work because as you're looking at the cards and as you're seeing the symbols, they're being imprinted in your brain. So this way, you're able to go to astroseek.com and you're able to look at the chart. Now, the thing about a chart rather than reading a book, when you read a book, and I mean, of course, the author of the book has a lot of influence. You can't write a book without influence, all right? Even my influence is all over these cards. I mean, influence, but the book that I'm writing that goes along with it. The book that I'm writing, not the cards. That's what they're telling me. They're like, no. I mean, yes, my energy is in these cards. I get that. But the book that I'm writing to go along with these cards, I'm working on it. I mean, any author, you can't write words. Like Thoth gave us the ability to write, but we're the channel. Whoever is holding the pen is the channel. We can't take our influence off of that. So, and that's great. You want perspective of the other. so that you're not just solely internal. We need both, right? But when you're channeling and reading for yourself, especially with the planets, what's going on today, you can look at the chart, the astroseek.com chart, and read it for yourself when you know just the symbols. You know what I mean? Without a bunch of words, you have the download of what the symbols mean. So, of course, the moon square with Uranus, the Black Mirror not getting along with the tech guy, the video didn't go through. So, go figure. So whether you're traveling mentally or physically, may it be in love and light and shadow. And don't forget your magic bag. All right? This started with don't forget the lube. Because when I learned about Ojas, O-J-A-S, Ojas, when I started going through some really difficult situations and my guides were like, oh, you can use Ojas for that. I'm like, what? Energetic lube? You give me energetic lube? Yes, my dear. I was just talking about the octopi. Ocean creatures understand how being slippery can help you through tight places. So you've got this magic bag that I talk about that you've got to carry with you as a magician. The magician carries the magic bag. You've got lube to get you through the tight spots. And then I realized that if you really want to hold on to something as a pirate, if everything is slimy, and that's when, you know, the trident, the fork came, because it's like when you want to grab something that's slimy, you got to have pinchers to hook into it. So then I realized, well, you need wax, because if you wax the ropes, you can really hold on to the rope better. So you've got lube when you need to get through the tight spots. You've got wax when you need to hold on tight. You've got the compass, so you always know the directions. Then you've got the knife, sword, the Kartrika, I think it's called. Anyway, to cut, because you need, as a pirate, you have to be able to, like, oh God, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Cut the cord, cut the cord. Sometimes you need to cut the cord and you need to keep that blade sharp. And you need to be careful with it, because when you cut the cord, it's gone. You can't, you know, you either want to hold on to it or you need to cut it loose. And knowing which one is very, very important. If you're holding on to it for too long, it could kill you, take over your boat, kill the whole crew. But if you cut it loose and you really, really wanted it, maybe you needed to eat it, then the crew could starve to death. Anyway, esoteric pirates. It's a thing. What else was in the magic bag? I think there was a few other things. I mean, you gotta, like, it's like Mary Poppins' bag, right? Like, you go in there and you're like, oh my God, I need this and that and this and that and this and that. So anyway, don't forget your magic bag. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day.